my true seekers. How are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing great today. Happy, blessed Sunday. Yes, indeed. I decided to come on and give just a little review. I'm going to be all over the place. It's not going to, be step by step. I'm just going to, as you can see right here, we're going to go ahead and get to the meat of it. Like I said, when it comes to love and marriage in Huntsville, I mean, look like they are moving pretty fast right here. This is episode 8. I mean, it's going by pretty fast now. I don't know about the ratings because the ratings are still pretty low, but we're going to go ahead and get into all that, guys. I mean, this week, guys, it was a little too much, but it had to be done. And I don't know if you guys had watched my community tab where I had gave affirmation, where, it's power in the tongue. And what that means is that we have to be careful what we put out because whatever we put out, trust me, it's going to come right back to you. That's why we have to make sure that when we speak positive because we want positive energy to come back. So that's exactly what that meant right there. But as you can see by the title right there, let me see if I can go ahead and get to the title. So, because I just put this one right here. Let me see if I can get to the title. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, as you can see right there. Yeah, it's dealing with, make sure I get the title. It's dealing with Tiffany, like Tiffany, I guess she having some type of memory loss. I see my girl is in the house. Yes, logical speak. She said, hello, Lady D, be with you in 1 minute. Okay, let me see if I can drop the link. I'm gonna see if my girl can come on this time. Last time we was trying to go ahead and get her on, which I have to edit the first part of the video. But let's see if we can get on because we was having problems at first. So let me see if I can get on. She says she's going to be in shortly, but I'm going to go ahead and drop the link so to see if she's going to come on. But it started off with something positive. I'm not going to tell you no lie. I really liked it because, it was talking about businesses, and that's exactly what we need, especially when it comes into the Black community, because real estate, yes, real estate is like a $1 billion industry. My daughter and her husband is into it. And also with what Melody was doing, property preservation, that is real good. I have a friend that she's in that as well. Where at one time when she had started out in the beginning, she didn't have like, a haul truck, like a dump truck when she was cleaning out those properties, her and her husband. Let me tell you what they did. They went ahead and they rent a U-Haul because you can get a U-Haul for like $25 a day. So they needed it for like 3 days. So they had went and got a huge U-Haul. And that's how they was able to, the debris, to clean up. They was hauling everything in the U-Haul. And before you know it, they are doing very, very good. I mean, really good. So, all you have to do is just make sure you connect with the right realtor and they gonna hook you up with the banks. And before you know it, you're gonna be making that money. So all that right there, with Melody, how she opened up talking to to Kimmy, about all dealing with that type of business. Yes, it is a good business, and a lot of people right now, especially with small businesses, they jumping on that. So that is a good ideal, because even if you go in there, some of them, because my friend, she didn't know anything about putting roofs, on top of the houses. She learned from her husband. I remember she told me that a friend was passing by and he knew a lot about roofing, and she was, she had got a job and she pretty much didn't know what she was doing, but someone came and helped her. And now, like I said there and say, they are doing good. So let me see if I can go ahead and let my friend up. Yes, indeed. How are you doing? Logical speak on it. How you doing today on this blessed Sunday?
I'm great. How are you, Lady D?
Doing good. I see you got everything sounds good. The mic sounds good. Yes.
Good. Finally. Huh?
Yeah, girl. So yeah, it's very beautiful down here. My son was saying up there where he's at in Virginia, saying it's pouring down raining.
Really?
Yes. Yes. So did you watch? I know you didn't watch, but you was watching on other YouTubers. Did you see anything that stuck out when it came to this episode right here, season 8, called Selective Tiff Memories?
This morning, I did get a chance to see some clips, and on YouTube, one of the I don't know which station it was, which channel, but it was up, and I was able to see. I don't think I saw it all, but I did catch some of it.
Yeah, that's how I was too. I woke up this morning and at first I say, I didn't even feel like doing it, especially on Sunday.
Yeah,
But I say, let me go ahead and, I didn't have pretty much nothing else to do. So I watched it, and the beginning, when Mel and Kimmy, they open up. I thought that part was really good because you know how I am when, especially when it comes to getting all that information out there when it's dealing with black businesses.
yeah.
And that part right there was really good. And also, I like when Kimmy went ahead and talked to Melanie. She didn't bring up, all the stuff that had happened at, Martell's event. What you think about that part?
I think that was the right thing to do. I mean, she said she didn't want to bring up anything concerning Martell. Melody doesn't want any information on Martell, so Kimmy did the right thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I hate when a person is not at the event, which we're going to talk about Tiffany, but we're just going to start from the beginning. I hate when people wants to be the carrier,
Yeah,
especially if Mel and Martell is now divorced and they moving in, they moving on. Why you got to keep beating that same dead horse? It's time to let it go, right? So you trying to say
absolutely.
you're gonna attach those two together from forever?
Yeah, I think Kimmy did the right thing. Don't discuss Martell's event or anything that happened with Melody. She don't want to hear it. I think they
Yes,
all should leave that mess alone. Between them, they're divorced. They've been divorced what now, almost 3 years now, right?
yes, 3 years.
Yeah,
And don't talk about how long most likely they were separated.
right. They separated a couple of times, I think, but they
Oh,
are
they did.
divorced now. I think almost 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, totally. They should have
Hmm.
their own lives, their own uh, everything. Nobody should be bringing anything back to either one of them about what the other one is doing. You know,
Yeah, that's to me. It's not like you dealing with a bunch of teenagers. You
right,
dealing with grown women.
right. Full grown women. Like you said, that's what teenagers do. Run back.
Hmm.
Oh, I saw him over here. Oh, I saw her over there. Grown women don't do that. Grown men don't do that.
Yeah, so I did like that part. So kudos with Kimmy because I thought that Kimmy, when I saw her on the scene with Melody, I was sure that she was going to go ahead and she was going to bring it up.
She didn't. Well,
Yeah,
Kimmy is a full grown woman, so
yeah.
yeah,
So let's go ahead and move on to Kimmy and Maurice and Maurice's son. What
yeah.
do you think about that?
Oh wow. you know, um, I never had daughters. I had all boys. So I know I had one child that was good with chores, and I had my, other child was not good with chores. Um, I don't know. He's got so much on his plate. I mean, he had 20 different items on the list that were his main priorities. Chores was not on the list.
And that's expected, especially when it
Yeah,
comes from to a little a
teenage,
young boy.
absolutely, it's expected.
Hmm.
Um, I don't think he's trying to be disrespectful on purpose. But being that Maurice, I think that's his name, Maurice is not really being his biological parent, not backing Kimmy and say, "Hey, monster, make sure you clean your room." Uh, that could be a little bit of it where monster feels like, my daddy, he's not bothering me about it.
Hmm.
I
Now
think,
I see it was a little girl, because yeah, you can ask them, but it's not like but a little boy, they not worrying about. That's the last thing on their mind is to
yeah,
clean up the room. So I think that Kimmy, to me, it's like she need to just leave it alone because if I done told him about one or two times and then I confronted Maurice about it and it's still going through the same thing. So to me, it doesn't make no sense for her to keep stressing over it.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of a storyline for Kimmy because
You think so?
oh yeah, I mean, what else do they have to talk about except for her sickness? They don't want to just you know
Hmm.
concentrate on that. So the only other thing they have to film about is Maurice Jr.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
it's
she needs to
more
go ahead and talk about the stuff how they really swept it under the rug with Maurice's first wife. So, it's a lot of still questions about that. So
yeah,
she really have a storyline. It's just that she don't want to go ahead and talk about it.
right. I always felt like it was a little overlap there.
Yeah, I
But
think
what
so too.
happened was
Hmm.
um, they were not divorced when he started dating Kimmy. The papers were signed,
Okay.
but no judge had finalized anything, and that's what Kiowa was focusing on. They were not completely divorced
Uh-huh.
when Maurice started dating Kimmy. Um, and so yeah, she was involved with a married man. I mean, if your divorce papers are not finalized and everybody got their walking papers, you still dealing with a married man.
Absolutely. Sort of like with Portia and Simon.
Right. Same
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
sort of like the same thing. And also, you can look at Kimmy eyes, you can see that it's something that I don't know if she feel like, she's more mature than Maurice, and for some reason I just don't see the connection with these two anymore. It's like she's never happy. You don't see
But
that in her
she,
face because I'm more. Hmm?
she is more mature than Maurice. She's what, 12 years older than Maurice.
Yeah, because they say she really didn't give out her real age because they told me, now I'm gonna say allegedly, I read somewhere in some group that she's 53 or 54 years old.
Yeah, she is 50. I thought it was 52, 53. And Maurice is only in his 40s.
Wow, that's a big age
So,
difference.
yeah, for women and men, 10 years of a woman, uh, to a man, it's a lot of growth, a lot of maturity. She is more mature. Maurice is still like a frat boy to me. I
To
mean,
me, as well.
yeah.
I
So,
don't understand, why they rush into a relationships instead of getting to know each other, which they did because they were girlfriends and boyfriends or fiancés for a very long time, right?
7 years they dated
Yeah, yeah, that was
before he
time.
married.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was time. So what you think about Stormy? The jury is still out when it comes to Stormy.
Stormy. You know, it's a lot about Stormy that I do like, and then there's a few things that I don't like about Stormy. But I think she's an honest person.
Hmm.
I don't think she is a liar or what. Stormy is not what do you call it, a pick me, or she's not going to run up nobody, especially female, to be a friend.
Yes,
Stormy is her own person, and her mother has raised her to be her own person.
I like that. Hmm.
So she's not running up and behind Melody trying to, let's say, kiss her behind to be her friend.
Yeah. And
I
I
think she's
guess he
only
probably told her not to because first of all, when it comes to Stormy, Stormy came on, already with eight figures. She came
right,
on as the top.
absolutely
So, why would she want to come in licking people tail?
right. She came in a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, she say eight
Nobody.
figures, right?
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is for her. And Melody's fan base has dogged Stormy so bad.
I know.
And Melody has never, that I uh, heard or seen, speak out to her fan base and say, hey, back up off Stormy, back up off any of them. So I think Stormy holds that against Melody.
Yeah, and Miss Betty too, because at first I didn't. know really what's going on because, like I say, I'm the type of person when it comes to these reality shows, I might just glance at it, but I never really, connect so close to it. And the only reason why I'm talking about it right now because of the fans and the bloggers are so involved in it. But
Yeah,
I might just watch it, and most likely the television is watching me. But
yeah,
now I understand Miss Betty what she was talking about. You remember when she had called Melanie out? I understand now because, like she's saying, this woman opened up her home to you, and this is how you trying to ruin her brand.
yeah. Melody never clarifies any false accusation that ends up on YouTube from her fan base. For Stormy, Martell, Tisha, any of them. Whatever
Mhm.
her fan base put out there, however they treat her castmates, she never speaks out against it. And
Yeah, and that's the
that,
problem. That's
that's
why
the
the
problem.
show is not like it is now.
Yeah, she told her you could have cleared that up,
Yeah,
and Melody chose not to. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Now the scene with who that was, Kiki and Tisha, when it was in the car, I really didn't pay too close of attention, but I know
Mhm.
Tisha said that, she's not gonna let people just throw anything at her anymore. She's coming back with fire. So what you thought about that scene right there? Because I really didn't dive deep too much in that. But I see Miss Ann is in the house. She said, has Melanie tried to ruin Stormy's brand? I think she did. What you think about it?
I think her fan base
Yes.
tried to ruin Stormy's brand in support of Melody. Melody don't have to do nothing because her fan base does all her dirty work.
Yes, that's like throwing a rock and hiding your
Now,
hands.
Melody has not. She don't have to speak out against Stormy's brand. Melody's fan base does it for her, and I've never heard Melody ask her fan base to stop. Don't do that.
Absolutely.
And that's another thing. That Stormy. I believe Stormy holds against Melody. You know,
Mhm.
yeah.
And I also think maybe Stormy probably hold because you think Melanie would have came out with those beauty products if she wouldn't have never connected with Stormy. And I think Stormy was trying to make that as a part of her storyline by getting her brand out. But when now Melanie wants to do the same thing that she's doing, which Melanie should have stayed in her lane with the real estate and all the stuff that she's doing. Why would she want to go and do, products when she know that's what Stormy was coming on with? So I think that's where all that confusion is coming on. You don't think so? Just look at it that way.
Now, I think Melody was going to always do a product line and lipstick, the skincare. I don't think. I think she was going to always do that. When the Stormy came on, or that was, I believe that was one of the things she wanted to do from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's what I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I kind of believe that as well. But I think that, Stormy most likely look at it that Mel went ahead and she rushed because Stormy was talking about a product that was similar to, or a ideal that was similar to hers. What Melanie went ahead and ran with, and you remember the fans that took that and ran with it as well.
baby product line.
Yes, yes. I see Ms. Ann says, can we distinguish between the fans and the cast? That's kind of hard because the fans done sit there and they really took over the narrative when it comes to that show.
Yeah, they have. I've never seen, and I've been watching reality TV for a long time.
Never saw it. Like,
Never seen a fan base, and I could be wrong because I'm not sure what kind of fan base Nene had. She was very popular, but I've never seen nothing like this.
well, in the beginning with Real Housewives of Atlanta, I remember a blogger, I'm not going to mention his name, okay?
Okay.
Where when Kenya Moore had first came out on the scene, he went and they say was getting statements out of her trash cans and
Oh,
found out that her house wasn't hers and she was about to get some lady that she was leasing the house to was about to evict her and
Oh
used
yeah,
to put, yeah, you don't remember that?
I kind of vaguely remember that. I'm not
Yes,
sure
yes.
what blogger it was, but I do kind of remember somebody trying to uh, bring Nene down.
Yeah, but after that, no, it wasn't Nene. It was with Kenya Moore when he was digging in Kenya Moore's
Oh,
trash can, and you remember when they used to ride around Sherree's home and
no.
taking pictures and calling it Neverland or whatever they was
Oh yeah,
calling it.
yeah, they did do that. The fans did do that.
Yeah, but after that they ceased off it. They
It
stopped. But
wasn't
this
like
one right
this.
here, huh?
It wasn't like this. I mean, it's been what
Never.
6 years?
It was
Right,
never like
not
this.
like this. Miss Ann, what did she say? Should viewers tell the cast what business ventures to get into?
Yeah.
I think the viewers have great insight. I mean, I used to post that Martell needed to focus on all things men, men's clothing, men's cologne, shoes, in order to make money. So yeah, I think the fans should the viewers should make suggestions because they all read the comments. All of the
Mhm.
read the comments. Yeah, I think they should tell them what business ventures to get into. Well, you,
And the fans plays a major part on stuff
oh,
like this. And if you got a good fan base like Melanie have, a very loyal fan base,
yeah, she
they
does.
can move any product. They can move a product and they can sit there and try to sabotage your product, as you can see
Yeah,
right here. And
she
that's
does
exactly
have
what
a
they're doing.
very dedicated
Mhm.
fan base. She does have a very dedicated fan base.
Very dedicated.
Yeah,
And that's why she can put a stop to it. But the thing about it, she don't, because
no,
she wants to still uh play on that trauma bond. So long as she
yeah.
playing on that trauma bond, these people gonna continue running with that narrative.
I mean, she encourages them. I've heard,
Yes.
oh, my millimeters, they are the best. They are the best. Do you
Hmm.
see them straight dogging people out?
Them people is ruthless. I,
Well,
I see my numbers going up, wake up, going down, wake up, going up, going down. Thank God, like I said there and say I'm doing what I love.
yeah,
Because if I had to make a living off of this girl, I would be in a poorhouse. You hear me?
no. I thought about it. I created a page. I haven't launched it yet because I don't know if reality TV, especially since they've been so mean and disgusting on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't know if I want to be a blogger for reality TV.
Well, if you do a blogger, if you want to be a blogger, I don't think that you should even touch this one right here, because, with this right here, like I said there and say, it's pretty much controlled by the bloggers and the
Yeah,
fans.
yeah, it is.
So, if you want to do a reality show, it's best for you to do, something that's been out a very, very long time.
Yeah, like Potomac or uh,
Yes.
Atlanta. I think those are the only two. DC. I do watch DC. I plan to. I don't know. I plan to watch Detroit, but I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Not sure, but I'm not going to pay any money
Yeah.
to watch Huntsville anymore. No.
Okay. So you still not with a network yet, right? With
No, no,
Bravo.
no. Whatever I get on YouTube is what I get. I'm not paying for it. I'm not putting no money in this show.
Hmm.
I don't like the way the show. I don't like the way the cast is being treated.
Yeah, that's horrible.
More so by the fan base than anything. It's not a whole lot of Melody, because they could deal with her. The fan base pretty much drove me to the point where I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of bloggers with a very huge platform. They don't even want to touch it
Yeah,
because they know if they touch this, most likely they gonna lose followers.
that's what you think they would lose followers?
Yeah, they will lose followers. You remember? I think you told me, or somebody else told me that it had a hit list out
Yeah,
where you can't not if you talk against Mel, don't support that channel.
yeah. I saw the hit list, but I do check. It seems like it's really not doing any harm because a lot of the people that were on that list, they're not losing no subscribers.
Mhm.
Yeah, I checked the subscription, the totals a lot, and they are not losing.
Oh, okay.
The people that are, dedicated to those particular bloggers, they're not losing their subscribers.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking for. That's why I sit there and say, if that's the way that the Most High God want to do, is
Hmm.
sit there and take people off, let them go,
Yeah.
and because my channel was based off of this a lot of drama dealing with reality show. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you turn on them, you're gonna lose followers because people expect you to say what they want you to say.
See, that would be a problem for me.
Yeah, and when you get your channel set up, make sure that you do it yourselves. And that's what I'm trying to do with this channel right here, because once I start deleting all of my videos, because I had like 500 videos dealing with reality shows and all this cult
Mhm.
member nature boy. And when I say, this was like physically and spiritually draining,
Okay.
and when I decided to go ahead and delete all that, I lost a lot of subs as well. And because, most of them was coming because, I was saying what they want to say. And other bloggers, also, we was together. So
Hmm.
when you build your platform, make sure you build it yourself. Because the minute when you say that, I am no longer dealing with this blogger anymore, and if they bringing those subscribers to you, who you think they're gonna go leave? They're gonna leave you, right?
Right. It's a couple of bloggers because I follow several different, quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
There is one specific male blogger, and there is a specific female blogger that speak their mind. They are not. They speak it the way they see it. They are
Mm-hmm.
not no millimeter, or they give it to it. If she's messing up, they say she's messing up,
Mm-hmm.
and they are doing pretty good. They have one girl. She has over 30,000 subs, and the guy he has over 30,000 subs.
Well,
So
you're gonna have to sit there and show me, because I only know one that I went on,
uh-huh.
and she talked about what's right. She didn't sit
Yeah,
there and try to jump on the bandwagon.
yeah, it's a couple of them that I never.
Okay, well, if you know some, just let me know, because I haven't found any yet. Maybe one or two, and that's about it. Because everybody, especially when it comes to social media, it's like male have that on lockdown.
Yeah, she don't have them all. One specific,
Okay.
her name is Kia Simone. She's new.
What's her name? TS what?
Kia, Kia Simone.
Okay.
She is a free thinker.
All
Uh,
right. And what's the I know straight something.
um, yeah,
Straight no chase, right? I think that's
original straight no chaser. She's a
yes.
straight talker. Um, Giving you the real tea. Terrence Smith. He's a straight talker. I mean, girl, he gives it to him.
Mhm.
Melody is messing up. He called her out, and I really want you to check him out.
Yeah, and there's another little young guy. I wonder if that's who you're talking about. He's a very very young guy.
Hmm.
He I can't think what his name. Very little. He's a little young guy. Look like he blogs in his room.
Oh, you're talking about wow. I think
I like his because I'm not too familiar. Once I do my commentary, I'm off. But
yeah,
there's a little young guy that I did see.
yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about. But this guy that I'm talking about, he's 35, and the guy you're talking about seems like he's maybe in his late 20s.
Yeah, he's very young. I can't think what his name is, but
Come to me in a minute.
yeah,
Yeah.
because he'll sit there and he'll tell you in a minute.
Right.
That look, I'm gonna call it like it is. If you don't like it, you just leave.
Yeah, he is another one. And in fact, him and Terrence are very good friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check that out because I thought that I was the only one by myself, so I might have to, connect with
No, it's a
like-minded
few
people.
others. It's a few others.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to because I wrote to YouTube. Well, I don't have to write to YouTube. I just go on Twitter because
Oh,
the guy right there on Twitter, and he's I do all my surveys and do everything that I need. And I was saying, I know I'm not the only one that talks like this.
Yeah, Scotty by nature, that's his name.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Scotty by nation. Yes, that's it. That's it. I really like him.
Him,
Yes.
Terrence, Kia Simone, you. It's a few free thinkers. Everybody
Hmm.
is not controlled and on that melody, the
Okay.
train.
Yeah.
There
Well,
are
I'm gonna make sure I go check it out, check their videos out.
Scotty by
So
nature.
let's go ahead and move on to I didn't watch that scene too much, so I don't have too much to say about it, but maybe you watched it this morning and more than I do. What about the scene with Tisha and her cousin Kiki? I like the relationship now that they are together and
Um,
they are talking.
yeah, it was good to see them in the same car going to a game and communicating like cousins are supposed to. I had a feeling that Kiki would eventually have to get back on the Tisha train because they are first cousins. So
Yeah.
it's good to see that. I hope they continue their
Hmm.
relationship and don't let nobody come between them because
Yeah.
Melody is not her, is no kin to her, no blood.
Absolutely. To me, that was a very tacky scene. And I guess they probably realized it was a tacky scene too to have Kiki and Melanie to hook up with two close cousins, brothers and sisters,
Yeah, that
children.
was all out of pocket, for as I'm concerned.
Yeah. And somebody probably told Mel, it would have backfired on her because no way in the world that Kiki would have been able to keep that up talking about her cousin.
No. You don't pull somebody's family member, even though they might be a little at odds, and have them talking about their family's marital issues. And
Hmm.
I'm not right about that.
Yeah. So let's get to the nitty gritty. What you think about this conversation that happened at what it is, Black Lounge?
Yeah,
That's Tisha's and Marcel's little cigar bar, whatever they have, the little sports bar.
yeah, that was the highlight for me.
Yeah, that's the highlight. That's exactly what I'm going to get to it. Which I had talked about it already. We already had broke that story when it
Hmm.
was last maybe about 2 episodes ago when I even came out way before they talked about it that
Yeah,
when I saw that picture that I had posted of Melanie Sherree and her son, I said Melanie was a fan. Didn't I say that?
yeah. I mean, she looked like a fan in that picture.
And the thing about it is that these bloggers, they love to take something, anything that's of melody, and turn it and they twist it. If it's an apple, we gonna say it's an apple, right?
It's gonna be an apple. It's gonna forever be an apple. It's never gonna be an orange.
But the thing about it is, I heard this blogger was saying that Melanie, she was at some conference, and which is could be true because we just see where she was speaking. Let me see if I can go in and I don't know if I might not have that, but yeah, they say Melanie, she was at a conference at a meeting. It was all the entrepreneurs was coming together and she had to speak, which I did see Melanie, she had the mic in her hand. But the part that really stuck out the most is when Melanie and her son, was taking a picture with Sheree. Now you had to stand in line. I don't think all of a sudden, that I'm gonna just come on, and take a picture with someone just because we all,
Right.
had some type of business to go. You
Yeah,
came in as a fan.
absolutely. I mean, Sheree had a specific booth where she was doing her book signing. You got to stand in line.
Thank you.
You're not standing in line to get an autograph or your book signed from somebody that you're not, a fan of. Yeah, she was a fan at that time.
Thank you. Because, like I said, I don't know how these people could just twist stories like that, saying that. Let me see if I can read some of the stuff that
Yeah, she's
Mel went ahead and put out.
smiling
Which
just
you,
like a fan.
huh?
She smiled and hugged her up just like a fan would.
N- Not knowing the woman that she's hugging and got her child right there on this person's
6 years
hips,
later. 6 years
going to
later.
be your husband's
Right.
fiance or well,
Uh,
girlfriend.
yeah. Yeah, she was a fan then. She ain't a fan now, but she was a fan then.
And the thing about it is that even Carlos King went ahead and confirmed it. Carlos King has said that he always thought that Martell and Melanie was going to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So who to say that Melanie was trying to hobnob with Sherree to put her foot on in that door, to get her foot in that door?
I thought about because Melody wanted, allegedly, she wanted to be on Atlanta Housewives. So that's what I thought. The
Well,
reason,
Carlos King said it. Carlos King said that was like a dream to him. Didn't I have play a clip of that before?
not for Martell, because Martell said no, I don't want to be on the Housewives, but I think Melody did.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
bigger platform.
Yes. But and that's when I made that video. I said there and say, even though it was Melanie's dream, but who is the one that got their foot
Up on
inside of it? Huh?
That's crazy. It was her dream, but he ended up on the show. That
Tell
is
me.
crazy.
Tell me. That's why I say you got to be careful how you treat people.
Yep.
And now it's coming to light because you building the house, you setting furniture in the house, but somebody else is going to reside in that house.
Right. It's called karma.
Thank
You know,
you.
karma will come back 5 or 6 years later and smack you dead in your face.
Thank you. And you and I, we talked about that. You wasn't on the platform, but you was at the comments. Didn't you and I talked about
I
this?
think we did. I think we did.
Yes, we talked about it because we went and we combed through that interview that Martell and Carlos had. When Carlos talked about it was like a dream come true. But now, who on that show?
Yeah.
Martell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. So let me read this part right here. This is what Melanie had went ahead and put out. It says, make sure you all remember this. But anyone 6 years ago, I was blessed to travel to Birmingham, Alabama for a paid gig to speak to a room of entrepreneurs and creatives. Always thankful, which, like I said, we're not denying that. What we saying, we're looking at right now is that you hobnogging with Sherree and got your son, right?
Absolutely.
And so went on and she says it's better is a comparative objective. So I guess she's trying to school these people, meaning it can only compare one thing to another. Best is a superlative objective, using all these words, and when used, meaning something is a greater than all other in their particular area or field, be their best at whatever that they do. So, you can't get mad because right here she's being kind of sarcastic, trying to school people, take them to school. You understand what I'm saying?
Girl, can't nobody spin a narrative better than Melody Holt. Okay? She's going to spin it in her favor. To me, what I got from that is she's saying, okay, Sheree is on a reality show, but I'm better.
Thank you.
That's what I got out of that statement.
Well, what she's trying to do is she's trying to sit there and cover herself, trying to make herself still feel big. But like I said, Sheree, this is nothing new to her. This is not her first rodeo, and I'm so glad whoever was they PR went ahead and put these two together, because if they wouldn't have put that match together, someone that was strong, that was able to handle all this stuff that's going
Right.
on in Love and Marriage in Huntsville, and they would have brought Ariane Curry, and like I had told you, they would have steamrolled over Ariane Curry. So if this is the way to go ahead and open the door, so now Martell can tell his true story, his reality, then hey, let it be, right?
Yeah, Sheree was the perfect fit.
Perfect.
She's been in reality TV. Well, I think she was one of the original cast members of the Atlanta Housewives. She's been in this game a long time.
Absolutely.
She was a perfect fit. Kenya would have never been able to be a partner for Martell the Sheree is.
Not at all.
Not
Not
at
at all. Not at all, because
all.
she was just Kendra is a little too much.
Yeah, Kenya wants to be the superstar, more like a Melody.
Yeah, yeah, she would have been a little too much. So I'm glad. And Kenya Moore's the type of person,
Yeah,
especially when it comes to the black man, which I'm not going to get all into that. But when it comes to the black man, Kenya Moore will go below the belt. She
oh,
don't
yeah.
care who she
Oh, yeah.
try to tear down.
Right. And Sheree is a more, like
Hmm.
Martell said, she is a submissive woman. She knows how to support her man. She's not trying to overshine her man.
Hmm.
And that's what makes them, to me, a perfect fit.
Yeah, and I really like that. I'm really seeing. Sherree in a very, like I never saw her before. And I used to watch Sherree from day one with Real Housewives of Atlanta. But now, I got mad respect for her now because she
I always
really,
like
she really
Sheree.
did her thing.
Yeah, I always like Sheree. I don't all
Okay.
those cast members over there. Sheree, I've always been a fan of hers. I also like Candy. Um, Kenya, you know, um, I'm on the fence and off the fence with Kenya. I don't like the way a lot of times the way she communicate with people.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at
But
all.
Sheree has always been one of my, uh, to me,
Hmm.
I've always liked Sheree.
So do you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Oh yeah,
Okay, well we might do a little bit about it, start talking about it a little bit.
yeah. I
Now that
whole
we
season.
getting into the middle part of it, when all the some of the OGs are about to come on.
When I like a reality show, I buy the whole season. I have bought the whole season of season 15 for Atlanta. I used to do that for Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I ain't doing it no more.
So when you say buy, you talking about purchase it?
Yeah, purchase them.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, through my Prime membership.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I buy the whole entire season. I used to
Okay.
do it for uh, uh, I still do it for Potomac,
Hmm.
for Atlanta Housewives, and I used to make sure I would have all of Huntsville, but I don't do it no more.
Oh, okay, okay. So let's go ahead and get back to Black. So that's all you have to say about Tisha and Kiki?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, we're gonna get back to Black. We saw that Martell and
The good stuff.
Marcel, yeah, the good stuff to meet. That's the only thing that I saw anyway. Martell and what's his name? Martell and Marcel got together and going over, so he can get his license, his building license, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So Tiffany, she came in, everybody's saying that, I was reading in some group that they pretty much attacked Tiffany. I don't think that they attacked Tiffany.
I don't think so either. I think Martell. You know what? I'm proud of Martell. He
Me
did
too.
not get loud or disrespectful. He kept his composure. He asked her what was she thinking about why she did it, but he didn't get nasty with her.
And I'm glad that he brought in somebody. He didn't do it by himself. He didn't confront
Right,
Tiffany by himself because if he did, they would have took that and they would have ran with it.
right. Marceau was the buffer. He
Yes.
kept the. To me, Marceau kept the conversation funny. He added a little humor in there,
Yes.
and he was able to keep Martell. He was there to me as a buffer.
Yes, because the first thing, if it was just Tiffany and Martell alone, they would have took that and they would have saying that he was aggressive with her. He
Right.
crossed the line with her. They would have took that story and they would have went ahead and they would have twisted.
I heard some of them say, "Well, she's pregnant. She was pregnant when she got in Sheree's face.
Thank you.
She was pregnant then too." Bringing up all these stupid questions. You
Thank you.
know.
And the thing about it is that you remember you had told me you didn't see that part. You could see that, it was scripted because the way that Tiffany looked like she was kind of leery going up to Sheree. You didn't see
Yeah.
that part?
Well, yeah. Well, what made it? Remember when Tiffany asked her something about her? What was it? I think it was her private parts or something. But
Yes.
anyway, Sheree kind of shifted in her seat. She put her drink down and she said, "Now, what is your question?"
Mm, mm, mm. I
I
should
thought,
I should have thought Tiffany probably said, "Girl, if this girl wasn't pregnant, I
I
would have let her have
Sheree
it."
was about to let her have it. Because
Mm, mm.
Sheree will shift a wig or two.
Thank you.
Yeah, remember when she shifted Kim's wig?
Yes.
She didn't pull it off. She shifted it.
That's why I say they got the right one on that show.
They got the right one.
Yeah,
Uh,
because that was out of line. That was out of order.
yeah,
And to say that she didn't even know Sheree, and the thing about it, she's saying that the reason why she did all that because that could be a potential, the stepmom. It wasn't the exact words, but just like Martell said, you don't know Sherree. Why did you go to Sherree?
Well,
Why you didn't go to Mel?
yeah, good question. She never met Sherree. Sherree never met her. They never even had one conversation. And this woman gonna sit up and answer all of these intrusive questions. Yeah, shit. Being pregnant. And matter of fact, Sherree told him,
Mm-hmm.
number one, I didn't want to disrupt your event. And number two, she was pregnant. Or Sheree would have cursed her out. Okay.
Mm-mm. I
She
think I still would have went ahead and cursed out. That baby just had to come looking like me. Because that was too much, because
much.
why would she want to to me it came off just like what Marcia said, a Karen. Only a Karen would do something
Absolutely.
like that.
Absolutely. You know what Tiffany remind me of? White women that do not know how to interact and communicate with black women.
Absolutely.
They say the wrong thing and get cussed
Absolutely.
out.
And you don't think that is because she was raised with she was raised with a white adopted mom, right? Even though the dad was black.
Her adoptive parents were, I thought they were Hispanic and Asian.
Okay.
Her adoptive parents. So she has not been raised in a black household.
Hmm.
She don't know how to integrate and communicate with black women. That's why at some point somebody gonna, you know, she's gonna get it.
Because to me, she was trying a little too hard. That was just too hard. No way in the world that I would have approached someone that I don't even know, go up to her and then talk about my friend.
Right. That's the Karen in it. Just like Marceau said, that is the Karen in her.
Hmm.
Black women would never do that to another woman, especially a woman they don't know.
Thank you.
Okay? That's the Karen in her.
So I wonder, like I said, then so she's trying a little too hard. Maybe because she know that she have one foot out the door, and I guess if she feel that she can go ahead and make some type of stink like that,
You know,
then
that's Tiffany's personality. She did the same
wow.
thing to Destiny. When she first met Destiny, she did the same thing to Kimmy. She's spoken out of line a couple of times with these women
Hmm.
in this group. That's her personality.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's
And I
horrible
really
because
don't
she.
think none of them,
Hmm.
I don't think none of those women like her, include Melanie.
No, I don't think so either. And you know that Maurice and Kimmy does not like her at all. They don't like her at all
None of them like her.
because what she did. You know how she brought that rumor about Marsh. What's his name? Maurice Child,
Right,
saying that he was smoking in the bathroom at school.
right. That's why I say this is not the first time she stepped out of line with the women on this task.
Yeah.
It might be the last because Tisha is going to pull her coat now that she done dropped that load.
Hmm.
I think Stormy says she got a few choice words for Tiffany.
Hmm.
And I'm sure if she run up in Sheree face again, now that her belly ain't full, she gonna okay.
Tell, tell me about it. And she deserves every bit of. I don't see how her husband could take. Why would he want to defend something like that? Because even though we going ahead of ourselves, next what they showed on a preview, next week,
Yeah,
then Big Lou is going to jump down Martell's throat. But why would he even do that?
yeah. I think Maurice, no, not Maurice.
Martell.
Marceau talked to Lou a couple of seasons ago about pillow talk with Tiffany, and
Oh,
Tiffany
okay.
bringing everything that he's communicated with Lou back. They're not really feeling Lou either. You
Oh, okay.
and yeah, she's gonna get his head twisted. He's constantly running up in behind these people because she's acting all Karenish.
Hmm.
She's gonna get his whole head twisted.
Thank you. Who gonna film with someone like that when we supposed to be friends, but yet you want to sit there and throw your friends under the bus? Make it make sense.
Girl, that's the Karen in her, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-mm-mm. And the thing about it is that Tiffany, she didn't apologize. She
Yep.
didn't see anything wrong, and why would she, just like Marcel was telling her, what would you do with that information?
Right.
What would that information benefit you?
Girl, I'm gonna tell you, I saw Sherree counting to 10 a couple of times.
You did.
Oh, God, please hold me down in this seat and don't let me jump on this pregnant woman. I saw Sheree counting to 10 and exhaling.
Like I said, they got the right one.
Yep.
They got and I like that Sheree went ahead and held her cool
Yes, she did. She
because she took it to Martell. She took it straight to him.
right. Yeah. Yeah, she
And
did so.
the thing about it is, Tiffany, she said, where why Sheree didn't come and confront me. You and Sheree, girl, you would have been delivering that baby, and
Okay.
Sheree would have been in your face. You see what I'm saying?
It was better that Martell stepped to her rather than Sheree.
Yes.
Okay.
She would be delivering that baby right there because that was not even her business.
Not none of her business.
Yeah, I want to know what type of what it's like. She was like a puppet, like even though Mel was not there, but she was like a representative of males.
Well, she said it. I'm here looking out for my girl Mel. That's what she said.
But they wasn't that close of a friend before.
It was really stupid because number one, Melody and Martell are divorced. He can date whoever he wants. And
Thank
Melody ain't feeling
say
no.
that say that again. Say that again.
Melody is not married to him. Looking out for her girl Mel. Mel ain't thinking about her. Believe me. She has to tolerate Tiffany because she really don't have nobody else to film with besides Kimmy and Tiffany.
Thank you.
Okay, Melody ain't thinking about Tiffany.
And like I say, when it comes to Melody and Kimmy filming, that right there, Kimmy is really, like I said there and say, skating on thin ice with that right there because she can't say too much because before you know it, Maurice gonna be down her throat because you're not gonna talk about his sister-in-law to Melanie.
Absolutely, and he is a true Scot. I mean,
Thank you.
you know,
Thank you.
Kimmy is that's another thing, I don't like about Kimmy. You know, she could be a little fake to me.
Yeah. I don't think Kimmy really liked Tisha anyway. Because you remember what she said
Yeah,
at the reunion.
yeah, she don't like Tisha, and she really don't like Melody.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned,
I
Kimmy,
think she cared more about Melody than she does Tisha.
yeah, she really think Tisha is beneath her.
Yes.
You know,
What you thinking about?
girl, the thing of the matter is, she think Tisha is so beneath her, but really, Maurice treats her just like Marcel treats Tisha.
Thank you.
She a bit better than Tisha. Matter of fact, Tisha is more educated than Kimmy is.
That's what I was about to say.
Okay.
That's what I was about to say. And I make sure that the fans know about that because trust me, getting an MBA, that's not easy at all.
She has two masters, but she has a
Two,
bachelor's
two.
degree. I don't know what her bachelor's degree is in, but she has
Mm-hmm.
two master's degrees.
Thank you. And that's not easy at all.
Not easy at all. Okay.
And for them to try to diminish that, come
Right.
on now.
Right. You have to be pretty literate in order to earn a master's degree, one master's degree.
And especially in business.
Absolutely, especially in business.
Thank you. And I know for a fact, trust me, I tried. You understand what I'm saying?
Makes her the smartest, the most intelligent person
Thank
on
you.
the cast.
Thank you. You have,
Yeah,
especially when you're dealing with those numbers and everything.
absolutely.
So
That's
it's not easy for them to sit there. See, the thing about it is that they were about the person background, where they came
right.
from.
Right.
Instead of that, it doesn't matter where that person came from or that person dialect. That does not mean that person is stupid.
No, it don't. It really don't.
Just because you may not think that they can pronounce the words that you feel that you can, but that does not mean that that person is ignorant.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and getting a MBA is not easy.
Girl, I'm not gonna tell you no lie. With my home health, I had to hire people. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, like I say, that is not easy at all.
Not at all.
So, I don't know why they do that, but like I say, when it comes to this show right here, this show have his pickers and his choosers.
Yeah, yeah, the fans do.
Yes,
They have their
yes.
favorites. But I don't have a particular favorite. I like the
Hmm.
show. I did like the show. Uh, they all are castmates. To me, there is no one person that I'm going to single out and put him on a pedestal over everybody else.
Hmm.
And that includes Martell.
Yeah.
To me is no more of a castmate or a star of this show to me than anybody else.
Well, this is how I roll, and this is how I decipher everything. I'm more of the underdog. When I see
Me
that a
too.
person is being, stomped on just
Yeah, me too.
because, it makes me gravitate to that person.
Yeah, me too. It makes me want to support the underdog even more.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. And that's
100%.
how I am. Because I say it does not make no sense for me trying to support Mel because Mel got a lot of supporters.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
that would be stupid, right?
I'm for the underdog too, especially I can see good and bad in everybody. There
Me
is no
too.
perfect people. So no, I am not. I don't believe in putting people on pedestals.
Me
Period.
either. Me either. I have like what you call a spirit of discernment. When you open your mouth, I can see straight through you.
Right. I
All
don't
you
put
have to do is
nobody
just
on
open your mouth.
the pedestal. Mm-mm. Yeah.
The
I don't.
mouth
Put
speaks a
nobody,
lot.
yeah, I don't put nobody on the pedestal. Nobody.
Me either. I know about that because the same ones, I talk about it all the time. The same ones that you put on the pedestal, you got to continue dancing to their music.
Yeah.
Because when they sit there, don't like what you're saying, they'll try to shake your tail right off.
Yep. And I am not a follower. I
Hmm.
don't run up nobody's behind because they look good or got money or
Hmm.
nobody.
But
It's
see,
not in my personality.
that's the type of world that we live in.
Well, not my world.
We call good evil and evil good. Just
Yeah.
because you see the person look good as you call pretty, don't you know the angel light comes as pretty as appearing?
Okay.
Why you think the angel light have tricked so many people? Why you think those devils tricked so many people? Because
Oh,
it comes appealing to the eyes.
they said the devil was the most beautiful angel.
Yes, yes. They
Of,
called him the angel light.
okay. The most beautiful angel of them all. The devil.
Yes, that's the way he comes. He comes as a deceiver.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because that's the way that man sees us. Man sees through the eyes, but God sees through the heart,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
that's why so many people have been deceived.
Yeah.
We want to call this ugly, but you don't know this person's heart.
Absolutely.
And I talk about it all the time. I'd rather have a jacked up package than somebody all messed up, all from the outside in inside.
Absolutely.
And as you can see,
Yeah.
some of these people, they are very horrible and nasty.
Yes, they are.
Oh my God, it is a little too much.
Yeah, it's a whole lot. Too much for me.
Yeah, but I'm so glad that, Marcel and Martell went ahead and called her out. Now, how it's going to play out next week, like I sit there and say, I don't know, but pretty much Karen does not have no win and a husband. And he's skating on thin lines because she really, and I'm gonna say allegedly, like I say, all we can do is give our opinion based off of a reality show, right?
Absolutely.
She really don't even want him.
No,
I
she,
was shocked when she had the baby. Maybe, that's another, what you call that? A cash cow, huh?
okay. Well,
And I'm gonna say allegedly.
they say. Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
That's it. Because you remember when they all went to this therapy retreat?
Yeah, I remember that.
They couldn't even pass the test. They had some type of skills and they went home.
Yeah, they left early.
Thank you.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, we heard that Tiffany is having a baby. Come on, make it make sense.
Yeah, girl. I don't know why she married that man. I see no connection, no love, no affection for this man. I don't see it.
So what did he used to do before? What was his career?
That I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying to say baseball camp now, but what he did prior to marrying Tiffany, I have no
Well,
idea.
I guess she must have thought that he had some type of money for she to sit there and have an affair, to leave her husband.
Well, they said he had money, but nobody has said what his career was prior to marrying Ted.
Oh, I thought he was in sports or something like that.
He could be. I mean, he's a big guy. He could have played football. He could
Mhm.
have.
Or a recruiter, yeah.
Yeah. They said he can. He is about money. He had money. That's why she divorced her husband to be with him because he had money.
Wow.
Her first husband didn't have any money. He was a hard
Mhm.
worker, and they allegedly Lewis had money.
Mhm.
So I don't know what he did. It'd be interesting to find out what he did.
Yeah, because you can see that he didn't. He don't. She she don't have. She don't. It's no chemistry at all.
Chemistry, there's
And
no
not. And you could see that they look like they are not a happy couple.
right. Absolutely.
If she sat there and she make it real big, start getting brands, I think she would have give. She most likely Tiffany would give Big Lou the deuces
Oh yeah.
or the middle finger.
Oh yeah. I believe that. I mean, which one out of the couples? Which one do you think are really in love? I don't think Maurice loves Kimmy.
I definitely you can see in their eyes is nothing.
What
Uh,
about
Kimmy eyes is so dead.
oh yeah.
And the
Yeah.
thing about it, when it comes to Kimmy and Maurice, notice when they're seen, when they talking to each other, is in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
if you had all that romance going on, no in the world, you would start off like you remember when she started off the two, she was in some kind of little costume, she had
Right.
this little foreplay. You don't see that anymore.
No, and it could be because of her illness,
Yeah,
but
could be, but I
it's
don't see
a
I
while.
don't see no chemistry. Kimmy is like a nagger when it comes to the child.
It was gone last season. You couldn't see
Yeah.
eyes for each other last season when they were going through that therapy. They it's been gone. I think he's there now because he feels obligated to be with her because she is sick.
Mhm.
But I don't think there's no love there between the two. What about Maurice and Tisha? Do you think he loves Tisha?
Oh, of course, now do he go out there and get him a little bit now and then? Yes, you heard me.
Yeah,
But you and I we talked about that, right?
yeah. I believe
He's not gonna leave his home.
no, he's not
I
ever.
don't care what it is. He's not gonna leave Tisha and he's not going to leave his children. Now maybe once those kids get 18 years old, then. But long as the two together are power couples and they just don't have scopes just in Huntsville, you know that, right?
Yeah, it's in Tennessee too, right?
It's in three other locations.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I see them together until the end.
Oh gosh, long as they building breaking grounds, they're not going anywhere.
They really love
Don't
each other.
matter how you try to throw these fiery dots at them, they are not moving at all.
No, they're not going.
Now, she really loved her husband, and he really loved her. But like I say, you could see by Marcel's eyes, his face expression. You could see that, right?
Yeah,
That's a little sneaky thing right there. You
he's
heard me?
a traditional man and she's a traditional woman.
Yeah, yeah. So he's the type of person. While he's looking at his wife, he's pinching somebody else's butt. Of course, I could tell him by the minute. Now, when it comes to Stormy and her husband, they really love each other.
Yeah, they do. I think
Yeah,
they do too. Yeah, I do.
yeah,
Yeah, I believe they have a solid
yeah, yeah. That's very solid. I think that sooner or later, these bloggers and these trolls, they going to dig deep in it. But I think that all the stuff that sh- she's doing today, he helped her get it off the ground
He's very supportive of Stormy.
because he was there for her,
Yeah,
and now she's going to stick with him.
she has respect for her husband too.
Absolutely, absolutely.
They love each other.
So, like I sit there and say, all they have to do now is get Karen together. If they can go ahead and get Karen together and keep Martell and Melanie away from each other and just be co-parenting,
Hmm.
then I think that they'll be able to make it.
What do you think about Martell and Melody? Do you think they really loved each other?
I think Martell really loved Melanie, but I don't think Melanie uh really loved Martell. I
Yeah,
think that Melanie loved what Martell could do.
right,
Yeah, I think she loved what he could do, and they look good together.
right. Yeah.
They are the type of people, well, type of couple that I will call fake it until you make it.
Right. Yeah. I do believe he loved her deeply at one time.
I think he still do. One time. I think he
Think
still
he still
do.
loves her?
Hmm.
You think he still loves her
I
deeply?
think he still do. I don't think that they will ever get back together because it's too much had happened, played out on television. But I believe that if they would have never pitched this show, I think that the two would still be together today,
Right. I
and
think
she would have still he would have still been with the other woman.
yeah. I think he loves her, but he's not in love with her.
Yeah,
I don't think he's been in love with her for a long time.
yeah. I think that she come across to him. She makes she emasculate him,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and that's the part that he does not like because he more into the old tradition values.
Right. Right. Right.
And it was something that I wanted to show you. I don't feel like pulling it up. Or maybe later on. You remember? You didn't see this little short that Melanie had did with. Let me see if I can pull it up. She had did with one of her daughters. I think they call her Boss Baby.
Uh huh.
You didn't see that little short, right?
No, I didn't.
Well, what it was Boss Baby and the little Sugar Mama. Let me see if I can pull that clip up.
Okay.
And like I said, then say, guys, everything that I do is for entertainment purpose only. Okay.
Yep.
And I hope we don't disconnect because sometimes when I do stuff like this, I lose. Did you see this right here? Can you see it?
Um, it's buffering. Oh, I can't see
You
it.
see this video?
Is that
Well,
buffering?
I'm not playing the music, and I also it's not buffering. It's not buffering. I went ahead and I don't want to put the child's face on.
Yeah, now it's clear. I see Melody's face.
Yeah. So did you? Okay. Do you see this right here? The child's dancing.
Yeah.
Okay. You might not see it clear because I did it purposely. I did out
Uh,
her face.
yeah. Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you about this. I'm gonna tell you about this right here. Okay.
Okay.
This right here, and I'm gonna say, like I said, we all have opinion at the end of the day. You aired out your free game, right?
Absolutely.
So this right here, the reason why Melanie puts stuff like this out because she know it's going to irritate Martell.
Yeah.
Because first he does not want his children out there, right?
Right.
And if you look at Melanie expression on her face, it's like she's doing that knowing that it's going to irritate Martell. And that's where it comes a narcissist. And I'm not saying her, I'm just talking in general, okay? And I'm gonna say allegedly. This is
Mhm.
for entertainment purpose only. She comes across, not she, but I'm just saying that's how it comes across as a narcissist co-parent because they do, when they are split, they will go against the values, that you have set, that you both
Yeah.
set together when you was in that home.
Right.
So when I saw this scene right here, I see it as just like when she was on the internet, Melody, and she was talking to her fans, and you can hear a lot of noise. She said, "Oh, it's just the kids up there. I let them stay up all night, just do whatever they want. If they break anything, I just buy."
Yeah.
She know that would never happen if they was in the home with Martell. They would go to bed at a certain time.
Right. Absolutely.
So you're gonna do all that stuff, all the opposite. That's what a narcissist co-parent does.
Yeah.
All the opposite, because that's the way of getting back at the other parent.
Right. And adding to that, Martell didn't just all of a sudden become a traditional man.
Hmm.
He's always been that way.
Okay.
She knew a long time ago that Martell was not a modern thinking man.
Hmm.
And
Can you elaborate when you talk about a modern thinking man?
well, a modern thinking man would be okay with his kids twisting and turning on national TV. Martell
Absolutely.
liked the idea of his kids being on national TV, exposed to all of this hip hop and junk. They never did that before. In the first couple of seasons, those kids was in the bed by 7 or 8 o'clock.
Absolutely.
They were kneeling down, praying, saying that. She always said Martell was a strict
You
parent, and she was the. Oh
go
yeah, she
ahead.
knows.
I don't know about
Yep.
you buff him.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, she know that bugged the hell out of him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And see, that's what they do. They
Yeah.
will do anything that they know that they couldn't do when they was with the parent, with both
Yeah.
parents in the house.
Because if you notice, during the times when Martell would video the kids, they would be playing games, swimming, or going to see some type of event. They're
Hmm.
dancing around, jumping around, doing all these things. And Melody, she said it. I'm the fun parent. Martell was the disciplinarian. He was the.
Girl, that's nobody but God. Because don't you know, I was about to say that the same thing.
Yep.
I was about to say the same thing. She's the type. She wants to be the mom, and it's just showing you the fun mom.
The fun.
And he doing more of the educating the kids, teaching the kids,
Yeah.
and teaching them values. And she wants to do what she's doing right now.
Yeah.
Which, if you really look at it, according to Martell, that's what he was doing from the start.
Yeah. He was always a disciplinarian, the strict parent, and she was the fun parent. She said it. She
Hmm.
said that in some of her lives. Martell was the disciplinarian. He was. He said it. He was the primary parent,
Hmm.
and she was the fun parent. Which, to me, she thinks that all of this fun is going to make her the better parent, but it don't.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't, because it don't balance it.
No, you cannot become your child's fun parent, your play toy.
Yes.
You know.
I remember Kim Zolciak used to do that. You remember she saying, "My children is my friends."
Yeah, she used to say the same thing.
Yeah, and then you say, "Oh no, my children is not my friends. I got my friends."
Yep.
But like I said, all this right here is just to aggravate Martell, and she knows exactly that right there would tick him off.
Now, I'm going to ask you this question. Remember when Martell took her to court for full custody?
Hmm.
He said he did not want full custody. He wanted certain things in place,
Hmm.
like the kids off of social media, the kids off the show, designated child care providers. He got all of that.
Hmm.
The kids are not on social media. The kids are not on the show. And according to what her cousin said, they both have specific nannies now to provide care for those kids.
Hmm.
Oh, and she has to give him first priority, first refusal for child care. That's what he wanted from the beginning.
Oh, so what you mean first refuser? What is that?
Okay, so like if she has to go out of town during her week when she has the children, she has to call Martell first to see if he can
Yes,
keep those kids. That's what he wanted.
he got it.
He got it.
Thank you. Good.
He never wanted full custody. He just wanted some structure.
Yes. Yes. I
Yeah.
see Eagle soaring high. Did you subscribe to his channel,
I
Lodge?
haven't, but I will. I got.
Yes.
But
Eagle soaring high say, "Hey, Lady D and Logic, speak in chat."
yeah, hello, Eagles soaring high. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
going to.
Yes. Make sure you go
I,
subscribe to his
I
channel.
definitely will. I definitely.
Yeah, because that's what we looking for, people that's they loyal. People
Yeah.
that's not people that's gonna go wherever the wind is blowing.
No, it's not in my character. I would.
Yeah, 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 and he's a very, very, very good person.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, God put him in my life. Very, very good person. But yeah, you absolutely right, and I'm so glad because see, it got I was reading a lot of comments where they were saying that Martell didn't get what he wanted. So Martell did get what he wanted. That if
Absolutely.
Melanie decide to go out of town, you're saying that he got first choice, right?
She has to call him first to see if he's available to keep the kids before she calls someone else. That's what he wanted. First choice. He got that. And the kids off of social
Oh,
media, which they didn't have
okay.
no
Well, that's
business
good.
on
That's
social
good.
media anyway. You know?
What about the babysitters?
Now, from what I hear, they both have designated babysitters. She don't have these so-called 20 people keeping. I don't know if her brother is still able to keep them, but from what I
Well, he
hear,
said he didn't want his brother, Melanie's brother, because first of all, Melanie didn't know him until
she was
she
18.
got she was like 18,
Right.
and
So,
he want traditional values.
right. He wants his children to be exposed to the traditional lifestyles.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, the gay brother and his husband told
Mhm.
Tell was not proper child care providers for his kids, and I
Mhm.
agree. They can be with their uncles when they're with their mom, but no, don't nobody want their young children seeing two men laying up in the bed together.
Absolutely. And not only that, when he came out, and I think that's really because, like I said, I have a spirit of discernment. I know how to take the foolish things to confirm the wise. I really think that's why the fans really don't like Martell, because of that right there. Because this is the type of world that we live in.
Right,
And I think that's why they really jumped down Martell's throat because of that. And also, what I don't like, and I agree to what Martell was talking about when he was talking about disciplining the kids, that he don't mind pulling out a belt. Now, if you don't have these kids every day, why would these kids worrying you? Why is these kids is aggravating your nerves?
right,
You know in the world that you should pull out a belt to spank nobody's kids when these kids is not actually living in your home.
yeah. I think you have to allow the parents to do that. You know, but back to that subject about Marcus and his husband. I am a free thinker, and I think people should be who they want to be with. But you and your husband are not going to be sleeping in the same bed at night and keeping my kids.
Absolutely, and that's his rights. That's the way that
Right,
he wants to raise his kids, so no one can't not get mad with it.
right,
And the thing about it is that Melody, she wanted to make a big stink about it and make sure that her fans run with that. But yet, soon the minute that she saw Martell and Carlos together, she called Martell a queen. Make it make sense.
oh boy, what a mess. He won a queen for them 14 years that she was laying up with him.
And I don't think that Ariane Kerr will call him a queen as well.
Well, some women do that when the man has moved on and not with them. They make those nasty statements about him.
Hmm.
Unless you done seen him with another man, how you gonna call him a queen?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, absolutely. And another thing, Logic, I want to talk about is I've been reading a lot of comments where they were saying that Martell is a cheater. Martell with all these women. What other woman that you really know that Martell ever been with besides Ariane? I'm not talking about Sherree and Belinda, because that's just TV stuff.
Not no woman besides Ariane.
Thank you. So
Since
how does that make you a cheater?
well, they're gonna label him that. They've never seen him with another woman besides Ariane. It's the only woman he ever claimed besides Melody.
Hmm.
All just to make him look bad. Martell ain't got no 10, 12 women out here. You know. I don't even think him and that Belinda girl had anything.
No, I think they was trying to run with that story. That's what I think they was trying to do. But
Right.
I just don't understand how can they say that Martell is like a serial
Yeah,
cheater
a serial
when I
cheater.
really don't know any woman besides, Ariane Kerr. And I really think that those two was in a relationship.
Serial cheater means that person had 4 or 5 different women or 10 different women. One woman, Ariane Curry, does not make Martell a serial cheater.
Absolutely.
I mean, he don't even consider himself a cheater. By
Absolutely.
He says he cheated,
Hmm.
not a cheater by heart.
So do you think is real people or is box that's behind that? Because they're saying I can't stand him, I can't stand looking at him, I want him in jail. I can't just see our people would just say something like that.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. They said that you can hire these people can hire a farm of bloggers and fans to post positive for one and negative for the rest. They said that was proven with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I think.
Okay.
And I believe that's exactly what's going here because believe me, everybody ain't this stupid.
Hmm.
You know, these people have to be paid to make all these ignorant comments.
Yeah, because I just don't understand how can you talk
Yeah,
about someone that looks like your brother,
right.
your dad,
Your father.
and you could sit there and say I can't stand looking at him because I know you got people that stepped out their marriage or cheaters,
Right.
serial cheaters, or in your family.
Absolutely. They
So
have
you trying to
brothers,
say you
brothers.
don't even like the people that's in your family?
Yeah, there's something crazy about this thing. You know, they are determined to destroy him
Hmm.
because he cheated on her, which is crazy, ignorant, low down, and rotten to me.
Hmm.
I mean, he's apologized for that. He's going to therapy to be a better person. He said the next woman that he marries, he will not cheat on, and I believe him.
Hmm. But I think I don't care what you guys say. I think he's married. Now remember, you heard it right here first on Real Talk with your girl, Lady D.
I
I
don't,
already think he is married. I think he's married.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, ma'am. No,
Okay,
ma'am.
now time gonna tell. Okay,
See, it won't be Ariana Curry.
you don't think so?
No, ma'am.
Okay, now
No, ma'am.
remember when I say something, you can cash it. So
Okay.
if it's not true,
Mhm.
I'm gonna give it at least about another year. I'm gonna cash app you $50. Okay.
Lady D, Martell said he will be married or engaged this year,
And
2023.
okay, now I'm not gonna say no more about it.
I don't believe it'll be
I'm
her.
gonna give it about I say about the end of this season right here. Then you're gonna start hearing more that Ariane Curry and Martell they're gonna say, oh, they are getting married, but they was already married.
I'm going to tell you why I think it will not be Ariana Curry.
Go ahead.
The main reason, number one, main reason, Martell loves his children.
Hmm.
And to me, if he marries someone, it has to be someone that he feels like could be a good stepmother, a good example to his children because he's gonna have to take his kids around this woman.
Okay, well let me stop you right here. I'm not gonna make it long. Didn't
Okay.
he say that Ariane was a good mother?
To her children.
No, he said she was a good. He didn't say to her children. He said she's a good mother, right?
Ariana Curry's character is
No, I'm saying according to what Martell said.
right. He did say she was a good mother. She takes good care of her kids.
Okay, go ahead,
I
continue.
don't think she is the example that he would want to put his children, I mean his biological children,
Hmm.
by Melody. I don't think he's going to uh, put her in a position to be their stepmother. I just don't.
Hmm.
No.
Well, this is what I think. Okay, I
Okay.
think that the two of them is married,
You do.
and the reason why I think that they are married, not too long ago, she took a picture, well, a selfie, of the back of, his headboard in his bedroom.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And if she showed that much and she's not committed to him, then I myself need to go and give her 20 lashes, okay? Because nowhere in the world, all this hell that I've been through with this man, I'm going to take a selfie just to let the world see that I'm in his bed. So
And,
and not only that logic, I think it's the reason why she's not coming online as much because now those checks are rolling, and he
mhm,
already done purchased her a BMW SUV, and that's very very expensive.
mhm.
And she's not on social media anymore. I think that he's taking care of them.
Well, actually, Lady D, that picture that she took to me was an old picture. It
You
wasn't a
think
current
so?
It was not a current picture of her in
Hmm.
Martell's bed. If you look at that picture, that bed at that time was almost brand new.
Well, he has the same bed I have. I have that same bed.
The current pictures of Martell in that bed looks older. She looks
Hmm.
younger. To
Hmm.
me, that picture was 3 or 4 years old.
You think so?
I don't believe that was a current picture of her in his bed.
Hmm.
No, I
I don't know, but I so far, when I call it, it always
don't.
be
Okay,
accurate. So
okay,
I only thing that I could say, look, if it's not true, I'm gonna just give it a year. I'm gonna after this episode is over with, you
okay.
know, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a year because I truly believe that it's going to be a spinoff.
Mm,
And this is how, and I told it to you already. I told it to you before. I'm writing the script for Callers King right now.
okay.
I'm writing the script right now. So what I think is the only way that this is going to make it, if Melody decide to stay on that show, which I don't think that Melody is going to stay on that show because the odds are against her. It's like, it's too many family and too many people that does not want to film with her, and
Right.
people is not, people don't want to be around that low vibrational stuff. This fair weather friends, I only can see you when it's the cameras in front.
Yeah.
So what I think is that just like you and I talked about, when it comes to Carson Blue, which I truly think that she pretty much blew her chances. But
Hmm.
if they decide to film with her, they got to open that door for Ariane Kerr to come in if you're going to go and bring up her name. So I think at the end of this episode, I think it's going to take it a twist. And Call us King, listen to me. I think that's the way that they're going to open the door for Ariane Kerr, because that's part of Martell's reality. You cannot sit there and just sweep that under the rug.
That's true. That is true. Um, we disagree on the Ariane Curry. Um,
Well, I owe you $50, okay, if it is true. If you
I
are true.
owe you $50 if I'm wrong.
Okay, a deal. You-
You know, if you're right, then I will owe you $50.
okay, we're gonna give it a year from this
Yeah,
day, okay?
I don't think it'll be her. You know,
Okay.
I think she was exactly what she was—a side piece.
You
Period.
think so?
Not marriage material.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see, because he sure felt like it was worth, of putting his family through all that, which I don't really think he put his family out. I think that when it comes to Melanie and Martell, to be fair, I think that the relationship was already done,
Oh
over
yeah, I
with.
do too. I do
I
too.
think she already had checked out.
Yeah, yeah, I believe so. Both of them. My
Yeah.
second reason is Martell. He um he prefers a woman that that has a certain amount of stature and caliber and respect in the community for the woman by his side. Now the woman in his bed for a quickie, yeah, Ariel
Hmm.
Curry feels that need, but he
Hmm.
didn't take her nowhere.
Hmm. Oh, so they didn't used to go to concerts and go to dinner and,
To one
you
concert,
know.
he probably took her to dinner, but I mean like a business meeting
Oh,
or
yes, yeah, yeah. Well, I think that's more, yeah, more, yeah, of Melody Road.
right to present her to the public in a business
Mhm.
meeting or in a business sense. It will not be Ariane Curry.
No, no, not at all. I think it was more of a business role
Right.
with him and Melody, and it was more of like us, like a home. What you call that? A home. How you say that? A kept woman
Yeah, but
of Ariane Curry.
just a side piece. But
Yeah, yeah,
on his arm by his side, he wants a woman of some stature and caliber,
yeah,
respect in the community.
yeah, and also I think that when it came to the two, I think that M- Melody, was more of the type of person that she wanted to be out there hobnogging, a socialite.
Right.
And I think that he didn't mind being a socialite, but that's not him.
Yeah,
his thing was to go and make that money, go to work, come home, and have a family. I don't
absolutely.
think that it was his life to, you know, get to know all these people out there. I don't think that he was comfortable with that.
No, he wasn't. I agree. Martell was arm candy for Melody. He presented
Yes.
a strong male figure for her in the business community,
Yes.
and he's gonna want that same type of woman for a wife.
Yeah.
The woman on his arm has to be a woman of character and caliber.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what he wanted.
Well,
hmm
I,
It's sort of like, well, I'm one of my friends, and I'm not gonna get too much in it because I know that's how she is. It's like she's never satisfied. She want to keep climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. Trying to see if she can get all the way to the top. But sometimes, once you get there, then what?
right, and that's the total opposite of what Martell wants. That's what this Belinda Sanders girl is. She's another woman reaching for the top to be
hmm
boss.
hmm
Martell wants a woman that's going to support him and be by his side.
He talked about it. Didn't he talk about that on Call Us King? That
Yep.
wasn't his life. He's not. He
Yeah.
TV was not what he wanted.
Right.
He
He
did
wants,
it
right.
because of Melody.
Yeah. But he wants a distinguished woman that can be respected, but he don't want nobody overshadowing him. He wants to be the man, and his
Yes,
woman is his supporter.
yes,
Beautiful, intelligent, but not overshining him.
yes.
Ariana Curry, she don't fit nothing but a sexual partner to me for him.
I don't know. I don't know. But for some reason, I don't know. It's just I just picked that up in my spirit that
Right.
those two, they, and the reason why she's not on social media as much because I truly believe that those two have tied the knot. I don't know. I could be wrong. And I'm gonna take my lick. I'm going to take my lick. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to cash app you if you tell me, D, look, for you putting that out there. And I told you, look, D, look, you got to be submissive to me for a whole day.
Okay, okay. Now, my choice, what I believe who he's gonna marry is Sheree.
Oh, you think so? You think
Yes, I
that's
do.
you think that's really I think they are both that's just a stunt. You don't think it's a stunt?
No, I do not. I absolutely believe that's who he is going to marry.
Are you
I
serious?
absolutely 100% believe that.
My God, I don't see it.
You don't?
I don't see it. I think those two turn two different corners.
I don't think so. I
The
mean,
only way that I think that those two can get together is that Martell, his business got to come off the ground
oh yeah,
because she's all about money.
oh yeah, oh yeah. His business is gonna. I mean, his star is rising now.
Now she can help him, because she can
Yeah,
make it happen.
that's who I believe he's gonna marry.
You think so?
Absolutely, 100%.
Well, like I said, if I well might because she did meet the kids. I don't think that this man would allow any woman to come around his children.
And his mother.
And I don't even think that Ariane Curry ever said she met Martell's kids.
No, she has not, and she has not spent any time around his mother.
Oh, she haven't?
No.
Okay.
And Martell has met all of Sheree's family, her ex-husband,
Yeah.
Bob. He spent time with. He said he felt like a member of the family. All of
Oh my God, girl, now you make me want to back out what I said.
the back out there. Yep.
What you say? Don't back out now, huh?
People asked him, "How did you get along with Bob?" He said, "Bob is a great guy."
Wow.
I'm telling you, I believe 100% he's gonna marry Sheree.
Well, we're gonna see, honey. We betting $50 on that, honey.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Sh- I look after the end of this season. I might wave my white flag. I don't know, but I truly think it is.
Yep. One thing I can do is process information, and
Mhm.
I have great discernment and intuition.
Wow. So you think that Martell and Sheree is a couple?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
I think they try to make it look like they are not.
Mm.
But I do believe they are a strong couple, and I do believe they will be married.
Well, this heavy.
Eventually, it's the best move for both of them.
And that's what I was about to tell you. If it is true, it could be a very good move because now they can go ahead and they can make that money.
Yeah,
Those two together could make that money because now they can just have a spin-off.
right. And that's the reason why I think Ariane Curry has backed off.
Uh-huh.
It's because she knows that Sherree will be the one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe.
Well, that will be a good business move. If that is true, that's a good business move.
Yep.
And I
She's
could tell you one thing, them two together, they gonna be a force to be reckoned
yeah,
with.
unstoppable, unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
And she's respectful, and he can bring his children, which he has been around his children several times. Have no problem with bringing his children around her.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a problem for him to bring his kids around Ariane Curry.
So what do you think about they saying that Sheree went ahead and she unfollowed him off of IG? You think she just doing that just to keep it, some of
Done that
these
two or three
crazy
times.
fans?
They have
Huh?
they have done that two or three times, unfollowed each other.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they are doing it to throw the public off. They
Yes.
will be married.
Wow. My girls logic speak on it. Yes.
Yeah,
It sounds good. It sounds good.
yeah, it's the best thing for both of them financially, and they get along well.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, they talk about he's not showing her a whole lot of affection. He's not going to do that on TV. He wants
Yes.
to be thrown off.
And I think it could be true because the ratings are very low on Love and Marriage in Huntsville and it's low on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah,
And if these two break away from both of these shows and start doing their own thing, and then Sheree's a grandmother now, so well, glam mom, so she's ready to settle down now, right?
yeah, absolutely. She said it. She want to be married,
Mm-hmm.
settle down, and she don't have a problem with having a child for him. I mean,
Yes,
Ray has taken excellent care of her body. She kept
absolutely.
eggs frozen somewhere. Martell swimmers are great. She can have a child for him.
Well, them swimmers are good, great.
Yeah, I mean that's proven.
Very, tell me about it, honey.
Yep,
But girl, now you trying to sell me? You could shoot. You might be able to sell this bean pie on the corner.
girl. Let me tell you,
This sounds good.
this is exactly what I believe.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna stick to what I said because, like I said it. But I'm kind of seeing what you're saying, and it sounds pretty good because they both are health conscious. Just well, look at Sheree. Well, we know Sheree had good genes from the start, but now she realizing that her body can make her some money because she looks so beautiful.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my gosh, she looks so gorgeous. I mean, she got that glow on her face. I don't know what plastic surgery that she have gotten, but whoever she got, it did a daggone good job on her.
I think it's a lot of good genetics because if you,
Well, you can see something. She done
yeah,
something on her face,
yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. But
but
they are
she
good.
do have good genes.
They both have excellent bodies. It's a
Yes.
money maker, believe me. And I believe
Wow.
if they stay with Bravo, they will throw them the biggest wedding.
Wow.
Probably get a spinoff just for the wedding.
And I hope. Oh my God, girl, that would be if that happened like that. I'm gonna double my money to you.
Baby, I'm telling you. That,
I'm gonna double my money to you because I'm
everybody
starting to
knows
see
it.
that.
All of Melody's fans, all of her friends, they can see it. That's what's going down. And that's the
Wow.
reason why she's super mad.
Wow.
Sheree gonna be the one.
So you think that it's time for him to just leave Love and Marriage in Huntsville and just go full throttle in Real Housewives of Atlanta?
I think he could be on both shows.
You think he can be on both?
Yeah, I really do. You know,
Oh wow.
one would be his primary, which would probably be Atlanta, but he can also flow back and be on Huntsville.
Now, what I think when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville, I think that this show should I not cancel the show,
Mhm.
just give it a break because first of all, I think they came on too fast. They didn't have time to get these whatever they script their lives together. It was too fast. So what I think that just for maybe 2 years,
Mhm.
callers need to just go ahead and just put this show on hold and come back, with a reunion of how they came, how they whatever they did after those 3 years, and talk about that. So I think he should put Love and Marriage and Huntsville on a hold, and Martell, as you say, go to Real Housewives of Atlanta. The Scots goes to Detroit, and just let Melanie goes wherever the wind blows.
It would be okay, but I don't think Carlos will drop Huntsville. I just don't.
Well, Carlos did sit there and he said that, he got a lot of people in his DM that wants to, start a show. Cause I'm thinking, it was told to me that he was thinking about coming down here to New Orleans as well.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
but, I think, and the reason why with Love and Marriage in Huntsville, the reason why he should just go ahead and put it on hold, because the fans have really, turned it into a very dark, dark place. They really the ones that's behind the narrative of Love and Marriage in Huntsville. So just go ahead and give it a break.
I think it'll cool off once Detroit is started, and then if he goes to New Orleans or Atlanta
Hmm.
and open up another franchise, it will kind of cool off Huntsville a little bit.
You
Huntsville
think
was the
so?
first, yeah. Huntsville was the first. It was the pilot project, but I think
Hmm.
once he starts Detroit, and if he comes to New Orleans or do Atlanta, I think that'll cool off the drama from Huntsville.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
some of
So
the
what you think about you? So you don't think that he should just give it a break for at least about 2, 3 years and then
he
come
would.
back to see how they all, are doing afterwards? You
I,
don't think so?
I don't think he will. I wish he would, but I
Hmm.
don't think he will.
Hmm.
No, no. He wants he wants the Love and Marriage franchise to be as big as the Housewives franchise.
Hmm. I think it can because, like I
Yeah,
said, especially when it comes to these reality shows, and I talk about it all the time. Who can tell this story better than us? We could tell our own story,
yeah,
and being on a black network, we have more room, where we can tell our own story than going to some other network,
yeah.
so he can get all those different shows, but
Right.
I think, he need to set the rules, and I'm pretty sure, he's writing some new rules and policies right now because
Yeah,
he's seen how, everything is just panning out right now when
yeah,
it comes to Love and Marriage in Huntsville.
yeah. I think
Bec-
it'll be a spinoff. I don't know if it'll be a Melody spinoff or a
oh,
spinoff.
I don't think it's going to a Melanie spinoff. Tell me what would be her part. What would be her storyline?
I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't
The
know.
only one that I think that have a storyline, and that's Martell. His happy ever after, according to you.
Yeah, that could be a spinoff, but Martell is not going to be great at being the being in the spotlight like that.
No, because he's more laid back. But Sherree don't have no problem.
That's true.
Sherree don't, and I talked about that the other day. Them women, women are the ones
Yeah,
that
sure.
really is steering the narrative, especially when it comes to the men.
Yeah, it could work.
Whatever the woman says, that it goes. You
Yeah,
understand?
you are correct. But I don't think he'll shut down Huntsville.
So you don't think that, even though the fans are writing in
Yeah,
and messing up these people brands and
right. No, I don't think.
even trying to get him fired, but which that's stupid because how can you sit there and get
Yeah,
somebody
it's
fired
franchise.
off of their own show?
I think he'll add more cities like New Orleans, Detroit, maybe Atlanta. But I don't think he will shut down Huntsville because it was the first.
Mhm.
He might do some shakeups, get rid of some people,
Mhm.
or give them a spinoff, but I don't think he'll shut down Huntsville.
Mhm.
I think Marcel will be able to fluctuate and go back and forth between
Mhm.
Atlanta, just like he's doing now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you
Carlos
see, the
and
first he got to see if he can get through Kenya Moore because Kenya Moore, well, she ain't nothing. She ain't nothing but all
Sheree
mouth.
will shut Kenya down, believe me.
Huh?
Sheree will shut Kenya.
Thank you.
Kenya
Thank you.
already said she don't want none of she man.
Thank you. Who gonna check me, boo?
Yeah, they all want Sheree like that.
One thing about Sheree don't play.
No,
Like I say, they got the right person because Sheree is not no pushover.
no, she's not. And Kenya is not a. She has verbal dialect, but she ain't about no physical.
No, not at all.
And
She
she's not a
fights with her
political
mouth.
argument. Yeah, no. Kenya, yeah, Sherree gonna put Kenya on hold.
And Sheree don't mind using those hands and shift that wig, them tracks, because she got some pieces in that head.
The girl can lift some weight, okay? Um,
Thank you.
Sheree said she did try to be nice. She said I tried to be nice to Kenya, and she did when she tried to talk Kenya into leaving Martell alone.
Hmm.
But she ain't gonna get too many more opportunities to be running up in Martell's face without Sheree giving her what she really asked him for. I
Hmm.
mean, that's why
And
Pooh should have snatched her butt.
absolutely. And the thing about it is, just like Sheree had told Kenya Moore, look, we talked about Martell even at the reunion. You
Yeah,
didn't have anything bad to say about him.
yeah, Sheree gonna back down.
Now all of a sudden you
I
want
mean,
to have
Kenya,
something bad to say about Martell, where you say you don't want to be in his company.
yeah, Kenya gonna back down, child, off of Martell. Believe me,
Hmm.
she do not want Sheree, and Sheree got daughters old enough to do her light work.
Yeah,
Okay? Her daughters can come and get in Kenya face. Kenya's gonna back up off Martell.
yeah. And
Yeah,
I'm just waiting. And that's the reason why I don't even do any commentary about Real Housewives of Atlanta, because I just couldn't take Kenya Moore, because Kenya Moore was the type of person, she hits below the belt. When she did that to Kim Fields, you remember Kim Fields? They pulled Kim
yeah,
Fields.
yeah.
Kim Fields don't bother nobody.
Right, right, right. But Sheree is no Kim. You know,
Absolutely.
Sheree is not the one, and they know it. All of them know it. Kenya
Hmm.
will back down off of Martell. She
But
gonna,
notice one person Kenya is not going to cross, and that's Candy Boris.
yeah, she want to keep Kenya because Candy is what so-called the queen bee over there.
Yes.
You know, she's gonna keep Candy in her pocket, and Candy she gonna back off too because Sheree will tongue lash the heck out of her too about Todd.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
they,
it's time for them to sit there and make Candy put up a shut up, because I
yeah,
know you're a Candy lover, but Candy, like I said there and say, Candy done rode off for too many coats, and she got away with a lot of stuff.
yeah, she has. Yeah, Candy is cool. It's a few things that she's done that I don't like, but overall, she's okay.
I like Candy. The only thing that I don't like Candy is that they don't hold her accountable for
Accountable.
nothing.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah,
And
but
Candy got a lot of stuff she can talk about, but she is not going to talk about her personal business on that show.
she's not. No, she is not. She sure ain't. But
And what you think about with Marla Hampton? I think that they really don't want to film with Marla Hampton. I think it's like they look like they trying to separate themselves so far from her. They really want her out.
yeah, I think that peach went to Marlo's head, and they don't really like it.
Hmm.
Yeah, Marlo may not have too many more seasons unless she calm down and get her act together. She might be out of there.
I
Yeah,
don't know, because I think that they brought Marlo in to sit there and try to come after Candy, but you cannot do it by yourself, because
no,
Candy is sort of what I call the machine.
right. And ain't nobody really gonna be messing with Candy too tough. And Marlo will have to back up off of her
If she want to stay on that show.
if she want to stay on the show. Candy got Bravo wrapped around her finger.
And I talk, girl, if you would have watched some of the videos that I made, because I was making more reaction videos,
Hmm.
and I brought that to life, where, you know, it's something when it comes to Candy. Candy reminds me of a Shoni O'Neill.
Yeah,
Oh, you know how Shoni O'Neill, she wanted to be a cast member, and she also wanted to be a executive.
yeah,
And you can't wear both hats. You got to just pick a hat. You got to pick up what you want. And Candace's the type of person, even though she says she's not executive, but she pulling a lot of strings behind the scene.
yeah. If we don't know why, I know. I did like Phaedra. I'm not gonna even lie.
Oh, I love to meet some
She was
parts,
one of my
honey.
favorites. And I wanted to see Phaedra back on the show. I did want her to apologize for lying on Candy. But I think
Do
Phaedra
you do you really think that she was
um apologetic to Candy.
a line? When
Oh,
it came, because
that's just
Candy did, and I'm gonna say allegedly, but Candy, she used to have a lot of parties. Now, I don't think Candy ever
drug anybody.
intentionally drug nobody, but those parties, Candy had some wild parties.
Yeah, now I believe a lot of that happened, but I
Mhm.
don't believe that she would drug anybody.
Nah, I don't think she.
Right.
Now, it probably had whatever. over there, but I don't think Candy, like I say, whatever they did, it was their choice.
Right. She said that her and Todd had threesomes and uh,
Hmm.
with other women or
Oh
what.
God, Candy is a freak, honey.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that's something I don't like about Candy is her holding this grudge against Phaedra when
Hmm.
Phaedra made that show funny. Okay.
Of course, God, nobody can bring a one-liner like Phaedra.
Like Phaedra, and I loved her boys. I think her boys were just so cute and so polite. But Candy said if Phaedra come on the show, she's leaving. I'm gonna be like, girl, go
Bye, Candy. Bye.
bye. That's what I
Bye.
don't like. That's what I don't like.
Bring Phaedra back.
Yeah, I've been ready for Phaedra to
I
come
wanted to see those kids. I wanted to see them kids grow up. I wanted to see them on TV
Yeah, me
growing
too.
up.
They big boys now.
Oh my gosh, talk about can raise young men.
Yeah, yeah. I miss Phaedra. She made a mistake. Everybody makes a mistake. But I don't think it should have kept her off the show this long.
No, 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 no,
Right.
no. And they say she wanted to come back, but Candy says she didn't want her back.
Yeah, and I don't think Candy should have that much power.
I don't think so either. So it got to be Candy. Candy. Only thing that I can think of is, and like I said there and said, I have a spirit of discernment. I could take these reality shows, these foolish things to confirm the wise. The only thing that I can think of is how Candy get away with. She start crying, and everybody feels sorry for
Oh
her.
yeah, she's good at that.
When she don't have her way, she start crying. You know how they sit there and say when a white person start crying, them weaponized tears.
Yeah, she
That's
do.
how Candy is.
Candy okay. You know, I like the way she hires people and put money in people's pockets. She provides jobs for others. I like that about her. Her business acumen. I like that about her.
I just don't like that Candy is, she don't really bring it, but she one of the highest reality star on Bravo Network. And I'm
She,
still asking myself from the day, what is Candy bringing? Because the only time I remember Candy had Real Housewives of Atlanta popping is when she came against Cynthia Bailey and her sister. You remember with PETA
oh,
and all this other stuff?
yeah, I do remember that.
That was the last.
Yeah, that's when Housewives was good back then. When,
That was the last. I
when
don't remember nothing else. I'm
right,
not going to tell you no lie. I don't remember nothing else. And maybe I might be biased if you guys know whatever Candy had brought. I'm talking about like what's really that's going to be rememberable. How Nene say unrememberable or whatever Nene Lee said?
uh,
Forgettable or unforgettable, something like that.
yeah,
I don't know. But I don't remember anything that Candy ever done that really you know, we remember. I don't remember but that scene with Cynthia Bell and her sister and Peter Thomas and Apollo, that big old fight when it had broke out in the hotel that they were in.
yeah.
That's
I
the only
think
thing that I remember.
Candy is a good businesswoman. I like that she provides jobs for.
Well, that's the part that everybody talk about when it comes to the brand. Candy got that on lockdown.
Right, right, right.
But it's all right to sit there and have your brand, and that's nothing wrong with that.
Right,
If I can get away of promoting my brand and coming up with all these different businesses off of this route to show, I'm gonna do it too.
right. She provides a lot of jobs for people.
I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah, I
But
watch
what people
her.
saying is that they ready for Candy to earn that now.
Yeah. Well, they're getting a little bit of what they want because she's perked up a little bit this season.
In what way?
Well, she's a little bit more interactive with the rest of the cast.
Well, she was always right there,
Yeah,
like a Velcro stuck to
yeah,
him, but it really wasn't bringing anything because, they wanted Candy to go ahead and talk about the stuff that happened at one of her restaurants.
yeah.
What it was, Blaze,
I think it was, but
and Candy didn't want to talk about it.
right, right. I think two of her restaurants have had incidents with gunfire and people getting shot.
Yeah, and she didn't want to talk about it, which I do understand because they
Yeah,
messing up her money. She don't want to talk about it.
yeah. I purchased that season, Candy and the Gang. I watched that whole um, spinoff for my
Hmm.
restaurant. I liked it. I liked the whole cast.
Oh, so you liked it, OG? You liked it, that spinoff?
Oh yeah, I watch.
Oh, okay, okay. Well,
Yeah,
you got to be a Candace fan.
yeah. I like her aunties.
Okay.
I like her
You do you
dad.
like Mama Joyce?
Ah,
Oh my God.
I like Bertha and the other aunt. I think
Oh
I,
yeah, I love Bertha. I
yeah,
love me some Bertha.
yeah, I can take Mama Joyce or leave her, you know.
Yeah, I
But
love me some.
the aunties,
Yeah, I love me some Bertha.
yeah, me too. I
The
think
old lady king,
hilarious.
yeah.
Old
But
lady,
like I just want to see, like I said there and say, I just want to see some of the OGs. When
yeah,
Nene left off of there, and it's not because of Nene, it's because, you were so comfortable with seeing the original cast.
yeah,
And
yeah,
after I didn't see any more of the original cast, I was just pretty much done.
yeah. I've watched pretty much every season of The Housewives. Now, Nene was not one of my. No, I didn't like a lot about Nene's personality.
Oh, okay.
To me, she was a huge bully.
Oh,
I didn't like the
okay.
way she treated Cynthia. Cynthia was such an easy spirit, and to me, Nene just was so mean to Cynthia.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love this Cynthia.
Me too. I hated when Cynthia left.
Oh, I love the Cynthia. It's just the fact that a lot of people didn't like Cynthia because when it was sort of like with that melody and, because s- Nene was more of a territorial person.
Yeah,
And when had befriend Kenya, then nobody wanted to, nobody liked the Cynthia anymore.
oh man, I hated that. I hated
Hmm.
the way Nene treated Cynthia because she was
Yeah, I hated it
Kenya.
too.
Because you don't get to tell a person who they get to be friends with.
Yeah.
Now, it was a lot about Nene's personality that I never liked. I was so glad when she was gone. Oh my God, I was
Yeah,
like,
well, she a Capricorn.
I don't know what she is.
And I'm not into astrologers, but Capricorns are very territorial because I'm one. She's a
Uh-huh.
type of person. Nene is a type of person that if I'm mad with this person, then you should be mad too. But it
Yeah, I
doesn't work
don't
like
like
that.
that.
That's too
Yeah,
high schoolish.
yeah, I don't like that. I didn't like that about her.
Yeah.
You know.
We got 4 more minutes, but yeah, I didn't like it either. But I just want to see Phaedra back. I definitely want to see the Phaedra back, and also I want to see because it come on a night. And you're not gonna be able to watch it either because you don't have Bravo, right?
Yeah, I purchased the whole season.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you can watch all the stuff that
Every
comes on.
every episode, including the reunions, I pay for them when they start. I have to.
Okay,
I pay for the whole. Yeah, I'll be able to watch that. Yeah,
okay. I didn't
every
know. Yo,
episode, even the reunions.
oh, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, through Amazon Prime.
And oh, it's through Amazon Prime. I have Amazon Prime.
You can pay for the entire season of
Okay.
any show you want.
Wow. And that's just Bravo, or that's just on Bravo, right?
Yeah, they got Love of Marriage Huntsville. Basically, Amazon Prime got every reality show that's out. You can purchase the whole season.
So you didn't purchase on network.
No, no.
Oh,
I used to have the whole network. I dropped that whole network.
okay.
But yeah. If you got Amazon Prime, I think it was like $25 for the entire season.
Yeah, I do have Amazon Prime.
Yeah, yeah. You can get uh, any of the shows through
Okay.
Amazon Prime. They sell them, or you could buy it episode by episode. I think it's $1.99 per episode.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but
But
I
if it's something that I like, because I think I might like once I think Lisa Woe and I don't know if Kim Zolciak she's coming on. Is she's gonna come on Real Housewives of Atlanta?
oh Lord, I hope not.
Or is just Lisa Woe? Oh, I really love Deshaun Snow.
I
That
mean,
was that
yeah,
was my girl, Deshaun
yeah.
Snow.
I love the Sean.
But
It,
she was too peaceful for them.
yeah, she didn't have enough. But to me, it needs to be a balance. It can't. Everybody can't be rah rah. You know.
Hmm.
But yeah, I bought the whole season through Amazon
Okay.
Prime.
Well, I'm gonna see how it's gonna be tonight, and I might do a little review of it. The only reason why I didn't do it because, like I said, Nene had left, and when Nene left, I just couldn't take no more.
Sure, I
So
was happy
you say, girl,
when he was gone.
oh my
Those
god,
are seasons that I did not watch because Nene was there.
okay.
Yeah, I don't
you
like bullies. I
you
don't get down with a bully.
I hear that. Well, look, we about to close it down, girl. I really enjoyed myself. We've been on for 2 hours.
My goodness, the time goes by so fast.
It sure do, especially when, like I said there and say, this is good. You heard me?
Yes, it is. I
But
am.
I'm still gonna hold you to that bat.
Now I'm
That
gonna
bet.
hold you to the bed. We will see who's gonna be right.
We sure will. So,
Okay.
girl, look, I enjoyed talking to you. I might come on maybe tomorrow, and we might talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay.
Okay, I'll be looking for you
But
tomorrow.
look, let me before you leave out, I'm finna private you my email here
Okay.
and email me, and we can go ahead and yeah, so we can make sure that we on one accord when we come on. Of
Absolutely.
loving what it is, Real Housewives of Atlanta we talking about?
Um.
Anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm finna
Yeah.
yeah, and make sure you yeah, email me here.
I will. I tried
Yeah.
to today. It just would not go through. I kept trying.
Yeah.
My for some ungodly reason, I wasn't able to. I've been trying. Uh,
Yeah, and I'm finna give you my phone number too here.
okay, and I will make sure you get mine.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got it?
Let me see. Now, where would it be?
It's in private. Go to private.
Okay. Let me
You see
see.
where I say private chat?
Where is that?
You're gonna see comment, banner, brand, and private chat.
Okay. Let me see now. I got my
Yeah.
glasses. Let me see. Tell me where I can find that again.
It's gonna say private chat. You know where you reading the comments at? You're gonna see comments, banners,
Okay.
brand, and private chat. You see where it say private chat?
No,
You
I
might
don't see that.
look underneath your phone then, because I think you're on your phone, right? You probably have to
No,
angle your phone, turn your phone a different way.
I'm on my computer.
Okay, well it should be. You see where it says in broadcast? No, you don't have all that on.
Okay. I'm on my computer.
Okay, okay. If you're on your computer, you see where it says comment. You see it says comment where you read the comments.
Yeah.
You see, you don't see that.
Yeah, I think so.
You see? Okay, yeah. You don't. I don't think you have all that. A private chat. I don't know where
Maybe
private could.
I gotta go to my cell phone and see.
Huh?
I want to go to my cell phone to see if
Yeah.
it.
Check your cell phone. I don't think it might show on your cell phone. Might I don't know. Yeah.
Girl, we are having the hardest time connecting. Let me see. Lady P.
Girl, but I really enjoy. I mean, the time went by so fast, huh?
I see. Podcast station chat.
You see where it say private chat?
Wait a minute. Maybe this is it right here.
I mean, the time went so fast to say. And girl, I usually by the time I get to an hour and 20 minutes, I done lost my voice.
Yeah. Okay, wait a minute.
Thank you, Eagle. Eagle said, "Great live, real talk with Lady D and Logic Speak." Yeah, I mean, time went so fast, Eagle. How can she find where the private chat at? Because she don't have her stream set up, but it look like it should still show even if you don't have it set up. See, Eagle knows all about that. I still don't know about a lot of stuff. I don't even know how to make mods. Tell you the truth.
That's not it.
So
Oh,
tell me, what do you see?
at the bottom, I see eagle soaring high.
No, not in the chat box. I'm talking about like different little options. You don't see any options on here.
Oh boy.
You should see different options.
Okay. Now, live chat, share, report, clip saved. I see that.
Mm-hmm. Eagle said, "Can you see the section in the back of the studio?"
goodness. I feel
You
like
say look in the back of the studio. You don't see anything?
the back of the studio. Let's see. This is driving me crazy. Ugh. Real talk from Lady D. Oh, click on that. No, it's not it.
You don't see none of that. Eagle say, can you see the section in the back of the studio?
The back of the studio.
Hmm.
I see him.
It says because it should be the comments, and then
Okay,
at the
I
top where
see
you can click
the
on private chat.
oh my God.
Don't get frustrated. He says because it should be the comments, and then at the top where you can click on private chat.
Should be the
You
comment
see it?
at the top where you can click on private chat in the comments.
Hmm. And you don't see none of that.
Wait a minute, let me see what this says. Now this is a Chromebook, so I'm not sure if it's because of my device is not on.
Hmm.
Good boy. My goodness. Oh boy.
That's all right. Don't get frustrated. I can't even figure out how to add mods. So,
Yeah.
and Eagle was telling me how to. He said click on the name. I'm clicking on his name right now, and I don't see where it says add mods. So I'm clicking on Eagle's name. I don't know. So I haven't figured out this too. My son knows all about this stuff right here. I
Yeah.
don't be knowing about this right here.
Be one of my grandkids over here.
Yep. I don't be knowing. That's why I only do. Everybody say, "Oh, you just only have 2 subscribers." I can have more than 2 subscribers if I sit there and brought out. I'm just with YouTube until I get used to all this. I'm not used to it myself. I don't. If I do sit there and connect with all these other platforms, I wouldn't know how to handle all this stuff because I don't even have no. I don't know how to add mods.
Yeah, I only have YouTube. I don't have anything else.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I have I don't use it. I have IG, I have no, I do use Twitter, but
I don't know how to use that.
I got Facebook and all that. I don't use none of that. I just use right here YouTube
Right. I'm only
until
on.
I iron out the kinks. So all right, Lodge, we're gonna talk maybe tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, I'll figure this out at some point.
All right, love.
All right, dear. Have a
All
great
right,
night.
you too. All right, talk to you tomorrow here.
All right.
All
Bye.
righty. All right, guys, we gonna go ahead and close it down. I think it was a good show. Eagle soaring high says it was a good show. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. Like I say, we still honoring the kinks, especially when it comes to streaming. So, guys, on that note, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and you all have a blessed day. Peace out.